Well, hello, YouTube. So as you can see by the title today, we're reviewing the highly anticipated Transformers Studio Series number 47 Deluxe Class Hightower. So, here's the box. Very nice. On the side, we have a picture of Devastator with the Devastator logo up there. Then you've got Hightower on the back. It says, Constructicon Hightower combines with his comrades to form Constructicon Devastator. And backdrop included, and Pyramid Desert Battle, and get out of here. So, yes, I do plan on getting all the Constructicons and forming Devastator. So, as of right now, here is Hightower. Now you can see all these cords right here. So, if you want to do this for your Hightower, all you have to do is go to, see, I bought mine at the dollar store. I bought the wire right here. This is the dollar store. I think it was about $2. It is a silver beading wire. And so what I did was I took it and I put it through here because it has molded parts. It has molded loops. So I took it, stuck it through there, wrapped it back around, stuck it through. Then I pulled it back out here and I tied it right here. Now these are fully removable and all these come back here to here. So this does not hinder any articulation because if you want it to move down, all you gotta do is move the combiner peg up and then pull downward and it will tighten up and drop down. And then same thing if you want to go back up, you just pull the combiner peg and then pull this up, fixing everything. Now, this didn't turn out as well as what I thought it was, so I might remove it. Actually, I think I will remove it. I thought it was going to look a lot better, but it doesn't. So, really quick. So, hang on, I gotta find my scissors. Where are my scissors at? Where'd they go? Scissors! Where did my scissors go? I just had them. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. It's my toolbox. Where'd they go? I just had them. Alright, I'm going to pause right here and I'll be right back whenever I find this. Okay, guys, I found the scissors. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip this wire. This didn't work out the way I thought it was. Oh well. He is still a great figure even without this. So really quick, just pull this out. Pull this out. Camera's shaking. Alright, let me pull these up really quick. Now, I'm going to talk about some problems that I had with mine as soon as I opened it up. One problem was, one of the legs was missing a pin, which I have fixed that. So, whenever you look at this, I have fixed the pin, so do not worry about that. But, it was kind of bothering me that it didn't come with a pin in the first place on one leg. So, just be aware of QC issues when you get yours. Or any other figure. Just be aware of QC problems. So. Alright, let me get all this off the table. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. So sorry about that. So I got all that cut off. Now, whenever you get your figure, he is transformed partly into robot mode. So, what you have to do is, whenever you get him, this part is packaged separately. So it is just on a post with these two little slots cut into it. And they just go right here. You just give it a push and it will go in, and everything works the way it should. Now, in the instructions, they have the hook like this, to where it is the 2 on the back and the 1 in the front, but on the box it has the back one. So here's what the instructions say it looks like, and the hook comes off, because this will serve a labor purpose, but you can put it on the right way. And honestly, I like it like this. I think it looks a lot better. And so articulation in crane mode is, this can go up and down, this can move back and forth, it can move right here, this can move forward, and you also have this little piece right here which serves 2 purposes, but that is for robot mode and combined mode. So, he rolls very nicely, and that is due to visible head syndrome. 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels on the bottom. And honestly, he does transform very nicely. Now, on camera, I'm looking, he looks like a neon yellow, like kind of a neon color yellow. He is not like that. It might be this part right here. I don't know. I'm sorry if you don't like that, how the bottom looks. But he is actually kind of a lighter shade of yellow. So right here, now this is what scrap metal, this is what kind of color yellow scrap metal has. He has a lot lighter shade of color. And whenever I get scrap metal, I compare them and you'll be able to see that. So, I think I'll go into combined mode next, because it's so easy. So, to go to combined mode, you want to, let me get close in here. There's these little tabs right here. You want to pull those out, and then unpeg this part from here. There's this little tab on the tread. There's this little tab right there, if you can see it. This little tab right here, which pegs in right here. So, you just want to click that, bring it up. There is this little slot right here that the tab will go into. And so your tread should look like this. So, out, and then bring it up. Tab it in. Bring the combiner peg up. Take off the hook. Pull out Hightower's head. And also another issue on mine. My pin wasn't pushed in all the way because there was mold flash in one of the holes and it wasn't pushed in all the way. I'm kind of disappointed in Hasbro. But next, you need to push this section down, and this is where scrap metal's combiner plug will plug in. And then you take the hook, and there is this section right here where Hightower's head is. And this will, if you can see it, it'll just clip on. And then you get articulation. Now, it is a loose connection. Well, maybe because I didn't have his head all the way back. Duh. It is a loose connection, but if you shake it, it ain't going to come off. But, well, make a liar out of me. See, it is very loose, but it stays in there. So, you can position this however you want. You can bring it out like that, push it in, have it down, up, whatever you want to do. But what I'm going to do is I am probably just going to keep it right here. And scrap metal will plug in right here. But right here you have the, from the wrist to the elbow of Devastator. So articulation in this mode, this is his thumb. This is Devastator's thumb. So it can go in, out, back, forth, this way. Then it has a little bit of movement. And now, if you want to plug it in kind of like this, you can. It makes the thumb shorter. But you are supposed to plug it in like this. And actually, I think if you just compress this in, like push it in to make it tighter, it might work. So I'm going to do that for you guys. And so, I'm just going to clip it in and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's a lot tighter. Okay, mine wasn't pushed in all the way that it should. Okay. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Camera falling, camera falling, camera falling. Okay. So, now onto robot mode. You pull the hook out. Leave it exactly where it is in crane mode. Push his head back in. Untab the treads. Come on. Come out! Okay. Alright. So you have the treads like this. Now these panels on the back. You want to pull them outwards. And then, after you get these untabbed, you want to raise this section up. And there are just these yellow tabs right here that tab into these little slots right there. So after you got this, you want to bring this back. You want to bring this all the way up. Bring this all the way up. Bring this up. There are 2 tabs right here that will go into 2 slots right here. That will just tab in. You want to bring the combiner port all the way up, and it will stay there. Then, you want to, as you can see, whenever you're going to vehicle mode, well, lift up his arms so that you don't break them off. Whenever you go into vehicle mode, there are his legs. There are these little tabs that will go into this slot back here. So pull out his legs. There's this little groove slot place. That's where they go in vehicle mode. Alright, there's this slot they use for the treads. There's this tab. Bring it up. Little tab in. Bring the lid down. Bring this up. Tab it in. Well, go for me. There we go. Go in. Turn the legs like this. Bring them in. And they're just on these hinge. They will crack down like that. Crack down like this. And bring them in like this. Alright, we're not done yet. There's still some more steps to do. Now, you can leave the legs however you want. You can leave them out like this. You can bring them back out. It's whatever you want to do. But the instructions say to have them folded in like this. I'm just going by what the instruction says. Alright, bring his little arms down. Bring out his head. And it's on 1, 2, 3 joints. And you can turn it and go up and down. It's on a ball joint, but you can't get any wiggle waggle out of it. Only side to side. Alright, so bring out his neck like this. And then bring down the crane like this. Now, there is something you can do with the crane since it is removable if you want to, which I actually kind of like. But it's up to you if you want to do it. But I'll show you that in a second. So, there is hightower, all transformed. So, for articulation, once again, this doesn't move right there. This can go up and down. This moves. Head can go up, down. It's on a ball joint so it can turn. It can go out, up, down. Arms can go forward that much, back that much. Legs can go forward, back 360. This part turns. This turns. I guess this is his knee bend. These 2 parts are on hinges, so you can bring them out, make them taller if you want to. These parts rotate all the way, which is his feet. So you have a lot of articulation for this figure. Like, a ton of articulation. You can have him upside down if you want to. I don't know. You can have him standing all the way up if you extend everything to make him taller. But it is kind of loose when you do that. Alright. So, he is a very posable figure. I gotta give Hasbro and Takara that. Alright, so, he was based on concept art. So, if you want him to look more like his Legion class / concept art self, what you do is you take the treads, fold them in, like this. He should look like this, where his wheels can still move. His head needs to be tucked in all the way. Then you need to take the crane part off, because it is removable. Turn it around, put it towards the back, and just slide this piece in, then tab it in the back way. Just like, get it in there. Ugh. Alright, let me tilt it down for you guys. So here we have Hightower in his concept art kind of stage. So let me bring this forward and back. No. Alright, this is what he looked like in concept art, except his head was completely behind here. But this is what he looked like. The Legion class toy of him looked like. So if you want to do that, you can. Personally, I don't like this. But what I like to do is whenever I have him transformed, he's supposed to be a T-Rex, from what I understand. So if I have him like this, and I bring his head up, and keep his arms down, I like to keep that as a tail. Because that's what his Legion class toy did. And I really like that. It looks really cool, in my opinion, anyway. So I like to display them like this. Like, you can do whatever you want. I know it says on the box to have it facing forward, but I just kind of like this. So, anyway. Let me take this off and turn it back around. Alright. Get back in. See, I was hoping that you could do that if you wanted to, and luckily you can, and I just untabbed this. Get back in there. Where? Don't go in. He's not wanting to tab in. What is the problem? What is going on? There we go. Alright, he's all tabbed back in. Don't worry, I got it. Alright. Alright, so now let's talk about the backdrop. It is the same one that you get with all the Constructicons, and you can put Hightower in there. He is kind of, what's the word I want to use? I can't think right now. I guess if you turn him like this, he can stay in there. So, there's Hightower. And he's ready to combine with Devastator. Combine to make Devastator. But anyway, there he is, and he looks really cool. And now going over the instructions. They do say, whenever you first get him out of the box, flip this part up, put that part in, and pull his head out. And then there you go. And that shows you how to transform him into his crane mode. Now, whenever it says how to transform him into his combined mode, it does show scrap metal. So, there's scrap metal connected. It says how to transform him. And here's Devastator. And the black part is what Hightower is. So, as of right now, we have Long Haul, Rampage, Hightower, and Scrap Metal. And then next year, we're going to be getting Scavenger, Overload, Scrapper, and Mixmaster. So, hooray. Now, hopefully by Christmas, I'll have a review for Long Haul, Rampage, and Scrap Metal. But don't count me on that. It might change completely. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. But it's just according to how it goes. So anyway, you all really enjoyed the toy hunt where I found this guy. So please stay tuned until we have more reviews. And at Walmart today, I saw they had G1 reissue Soundwave for $50. So I might get him, I might not, because I do have the Masterpiece, so I'm not sure if I want to get that or not. But anyway, so this has been the Transformers Reviewer, saying please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next review, or toy hunt. And this has been Transformers Studio Series Hightower, and I'll see you in the next review. So long, and goodbye.